Hello everyone, this is Hakaym and welcome back to some more World of Warships, and today we're taking a complete look at the Zara. Been meaning to actually get this done. Zara, as I kind of mentioned in my previous video, this one is actually fully upgraded. It is, I think it's an improvement. I think it's a lot more fun than, say, the Trento. The ballistics on the shells feel a lot easier to lead and actually land reliably, especially against destroyers. There are a few downsides, like I mentioned earlier about the Zara. Is its speed isn't that great, its AA isn't super amazing. Fortunately, this battle is a tier 7 battle, and there's actually no CVs, which is very, very nice. I am also joined with Gib in the tier 7 British battleship, the Nelson, and Yugamo in the Udachi, also another premium. Now, the Zara has a top HP pool of 37,100. Which is kind of middle of the road. It's not good, it's not bad. Its armor scheme is squishy. Its citadel is a little bit above the waterline. So as always, cruisers kind of have a tough time with being citadeled, showing broadside. Even though the Zara's firing AP at you, you can be citadeled. Happens time and time again. The other major difference, and I don't think I actually know I did get it, is the upgrade to the rain module on the Zara, and I highly recommend it unless you really want to just grind your way to the Amalfi. The range does go up to 16.1 kilometers, which is really beneficial because the ship's not particularly stealthy. It's 12.2 kilometers. So having that additional range is really beneficial, so you can survive for a little bit longer. Now, targeting sites on the Omaha, I have AP loaded because it's an Omaha, and I'm really hoping this Omaha is going to show me broadside, but unfortunately I'm not the only one targeting this Omaha, and before it even gets turned to show broadside to me, well, yeah, Gib does take out the Omaha with a beautiful devastating strike, also earns a first blood. So, unfortunately, not able to get that citadel. Now, I do have AP loaded, and really just holding my shots, seeing if I can get a broadside target, because AP on these ships are pretty good. You can definitely use these for your benefit whenever battling against other cruisers. Got a decent, but not super impressive. Once again, Gib fires a salvo, brings that Trento down to 1,300 points of health. And one thing I highly recommend on your captain is getting Expert Loader, just so you have the ability to change from SAP shells to AP. Because there's going to be opportunities like this where you have a lot of broadside and then you have AP finally loaded and then your target goes down. So a few opportunities there where AP would have been fantastic, but unfortunately just not meant to be. I think once again it was Gib that did most of the damage with the Königsberg, finishing off that enemy Königsberg. So a little unfortunate with that. Now this battle, let's actually talk about this battle. It doesn't go great for us. To be perfectly honest, you'll see as the battle progresses. Actually, as you can see right now, we're down 2 caps, but fortunately we're actually up a ship. But the fact that we haven't actually capped anything, and even though I'm talking about it right now, B is currently being flipped, we're still down on points. And there's also going to be a few battleships that make very interesting decisions, to say the very least. Which is really unfortunate. Now, SAP, once again, is kind of finicky, honestly. If I'm to be perfectly honest, I don't know if I'm just aiming at the wrong part of the ship, but sometimes you'll get those beautiful hits, especially against like battleships, where you get, you know, 5 to 8k worth of damage, but then you get salvos where your shells just break and they don't do a lot of damage. And once again, against certain targets like destroyers, lightly armored cruisers, so light cruisers, your sap shells are going to do really fantastic damage. But it's against battleships where it's kind of finicky, I would say, is the best way. Now, I haven't got to the Amalfi, so I can't say too much, but just playing the Zara for quite a few battles, the damage output is just lackluster. You don't get those super high damage games. You don't have the fires actually providing that additional damage. And yes, we secured a kill, so that's our very first kill of the game. We've only done 20,000, and it's just it's kind of lackluster. Their damage is very lackluster. They can do beautiful damage once again against certain ships if you get in the right positions. You have cruisers being extraordinarily dumb against you. They can do a really fantastic job. But overall, especially in what usually is a battleship heavy meta, especially high tiers, it struggles. At least the Zara struggles. Now, once again, probably my really only main complaint, and I do like the Zara. Like I said, I think it's a lot better than the Trento. My only complaint against the Zara is her speed. That's my only complaint. It's not a super slow cruiser, but it's not as fast as the Trento. 32 knots with speed flag. Definitely could be a little bit better. Now, unfortunately for Yugamo there, he does get spotted by the Emerald, and the Emerald torps him, which is really unfortunate and slightly embarrassing. But hopefully we can finish off this Emerald, who is attempting to repair. And yeah, there we go. Okay, got the second kill. Take out that enemy Emerald. And enemy team, I mean, I will have to give props to the enemy team. They're actually doing a really good job. They're retaking B. They're actually down on ships. They're currently down one ship. We've lost all of our destroyers, unfortunately. They still have their their Mutsuki and the Mahan. So definitely could be a little bit better, honestly. And yes, I am a little bit cautious right now because, well, that is a lot of battleships. And once again, the ships can slightly struggle against battleships. Now, at this point in the battle, I still thought that enemy Trento was still up north, and I think right about now is when I finally realized it's not actually there. So yeah, I have probably held my fire a little bit longer than I should have. Did try to focus the Mahan, but unfortunately did not land the salvo. Now, as always, having the exhaust smoke on the Italian cruisers is really fantastic, because you can get into these positions where it can be a little bit dangerous, and your smoke lasts for a long time. It lasts for about 40 seconds. The duration on the actual smoke is only about 40 seconds, or sorry, about 7 seconds, so it doesn't last for very long. But it has a long trail that you can put out, so it's really beneficial to actually use it. You just have to keep aware of your smoke firing penalty, and you should be just fine. Focusing on the Synop, trying to focus him down. Now, unfortunately, Gib is in a well, not bad, but definitely not a fantastic position. He is angled up, is currently being focused down by the enemy battleships and destroyers. But if a destroyer gets really brave and decides to rush a Nelson, and as many people are aware, Nelsons don't have really fantastic secondary armaments since all their main battery guns are up front, it's definitely gonna struggle just a bit with that. And like I said, right here, kind of struggling. Got 3 broken shells, 1 ricochet, and only 1 penetration. Definitely need to get rid of the Synop because things are still really close between us. And there we go, Synop finally goes down. Nice now on our team has gone down, and this is where the Mutsuki gets extremely ballsy and is charging our Nelson. But unfortunately for Gib, there's very little he can actually do. Now, we actually have 2 other battleships. We also have a Kirov that's, I think, just about to die. But we do have 2 battleships. We have a Colorado and a New York. And as you can probably see, I actually believe they're about either half health or 3/4 health, something like that. Because unfortunately I can't actually see them, so the game doesn't update the health pool on the chart up there. But things are a little dicey. We're currently down 2 ships, down 300 points. So things could very easily mean a loss for us. But we do know the Mutsuki was coming up this way. And hoping that, oh yes, he is right there. And this is the worst thing you want to see as a destroyer, as the Mutsuki just felt it. 3,679 points of damage, and we really have to get rid of the destroyer. We have to do something. We're down on points, we're down on ships. I have to be careful because there is actually a KGV and a Texas right behind us, and we are being focused on at this time. But I think actually, fortunately for us, the Texas is actually shooting HE. I actually think this Texas shoots HE at us and sticks with that ammo type for some time, which I have no problem dealing with HE in the Zara. Now, unfortunately, I kind of run aground here, so could be worse, could be grounded and detected while being shot at by battleships, but fortunately for us, that Mahan is nowhere to be seen and that Texas is too far away. Now, I don't know what these battleships are doing down south. Colorado is way down at I-6, and the New York is kind of by himself, being focused on by the Emil Bertin and the KGB. Now, the enemy team, all they have to do right now is just survive. They don't even have to go and push against a full health battleship. The New York is essentially full health. So this is definitely an error on the enemy team's part. They're nearly 300 points ahead of us at this time. They don't have to do anything. I mean, as always, people want damage, they want kills, so they're gonna try to do a kill all. And I mean, who's to say that, you know, honestly, they're confident. They have the ship advantage, they have the point advantage. Why should they be concerned about hiding? Well, because things can turn for the worse. And I actually don't know why. Actually, now I know why. This Emil Bertin, don't really know what he thought was going to happen. Is chasing down the New York with 1,206 points of health. And there we go. Kraken Unleashed. That's actually our 5th kill of the game. Just a moment before that, the KGV got shot by the Colorado. So fortunately for us, we do manage to kind of bring it back, but we have lost to the New York by the Milbert 10, who flooded him. Now, this Mahan doesn't have to do this. Doesn't have to do it. It's a 2-on-2. They still have points advantage. They still have cap advantage, but this Mahan is deciding to take on an Italian cruiser. Not the smartest idea, to be perfectly honest. Not the smartest idea. Drop torpedoes, and as anyone could probably figure it out, yeah, that was going to happen. And there we go. 6th kill of the game. That Mahan is now dead. And all that's left is a Texas. And we have about 4 minutes in this match. But we should be fine because the Colorado is actually nearly full health. Yeah, I don't know what these guys were doing. No idea at all. And obviously trying to push into B against a Texas. Honestly, I probably could have rushed him. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have used this smoke as my advantage. I could have rushed him because he has no way of hydroing. As long as I don't fire, he won't be able to detect me till 2 kilometers out. I probably could have rushed him. And I probably should. That would have been a lot more interesting, to be perfectly honest. Because I'm actually cutting it really close here. They have less than a minute and they win it. And yeah, this is probably actually a good example of where you could have actually been. I could have actually been a lot more aggressive and used my smoke to take it on the offensive. Unfortunately for us, the Texas is going to eat our torpedoes, and that is going to be a victory as well as the 7th kill of this battle. And that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button. You guys have a great and fantastic day. Zai Jen.